Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is RB Smooth 2 with the Bleed at Their YouTube channel. Hey, if this is your first time tuning into the channel, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel and I would love to earn your subscription. So, hey, let's sit down. Let's talk about some grown folk stuff today. Let's talk about relations versus relationships. How many of y'all are in relationships? I don't even want to ask the question of how many of y'all having relations because everybody probably out there having some sort of relation, whether they, yeah. So relations or relationships, what y'all doing about it? Okay, what's happening with y'all out there? Men and women both. What are we doing? Are we out here wasting time at 40 and 50 years old when we desire to be in a relationship, or we just out here still spinning our wheels at 40 and 50 years old? Because of the traumas of the decisions that we made in our youthful days. Has got us conditioned to the point that where we don't even want to take a chance on a relationship. Or if we do, we got so many stipulations about it that we really don't give the a fair chance to actually meet somebody and give them a chance to go to for the relationship to grow. Instead of just automatically cutting a brother off at the very first sign of this or that. And the same way with a woman, you know. So let's talk about it. I know we all been out there. I've been out there. Y'all been out there. We up in our mature ages. Okay, we done dealt with the Liv Ronnas and the Shaniquas. Okay, we've dealt with the Liv Ronnas and Shaniquas, and unfortunately, our experiences with Liv Ronna and Shaniqua have messed us up. So much so that hey, we mad or we have a chip on our shoulder, have our guards up as it relates to even meeting somebody. And I'm just gonna tell you, you you're gonna have to get past it. You have to realize that everybody's not the same, and whatever situation that was resides with that person. You have to be able to give another person a chance, a good, open chance, or else you will never be able to find anybody because you're not going to allow anybody to get close to you. I'm finna tell you what I have been experienced or privileged to hear from women that are out there. And I'm also tell you the same thing for men. I have friends that I know are good, hardworking, nurturing, loving, faithful women that are single, that are mature, and they are frustrated. And the reason why they are frustrated is because of the choices or the decisions that they make as it relates to men. They have no reason but to be mad at themselves, right? They'll call, they'll talk, they'll ask questions, and as their friend, I would tell them and advise them, now you might want to look out for that. Never telling them just to burn out because every guy is not the same. Every situation is not the same, but you have to be able to look at it and proceed with caution. So that's what I do and it relates to support. I ain't gonna never just tell you, nah, forget that. I'm gonna let you make your own decisions. That way, when and if you do make your decision, or whether it be positive or negative, you can't say, well, you told, I ain't told you nothing. But what I'm saying is this: I know a lot of women that are out there that are dealing with guys that don't, that are not yoked with them. And the reason why they're doing it is because they're caught up with the euphoria of meeting somebody and having that companionship. Because they want companionship so much that some of the guys that present themselves are not necessarily the best candidates they need to be investing and wasting their time with. And then you could tell them, you can, give them all the little your opinion about certain things or what to look out for, hoping that they're going to make a decision to either not deal with said guy and realize that, hey, this is not adding up, or that is not something that is yoked with you. You might want to move on and look at another. No, they won't do that. They ain't gonna listen. They're gonna sit right there and they're gonna dedicate that time and they're gonna allow themselves to go through the motions with dude, all the while calling and complaining to you about what he is and what he ain't doing, right? But yet and still, if you just would have cut it off or realized that it didn't serve you and stop wasting time with that one, you wouldn't have that traumatic experience at the end of it all because it was all there in the beginning, but you didn't want to believe it. You didn't want to see it. You was just caught up in the euphoria until the rubber hit the road and that reality check and you realize that everything shining wasn't gold. And now you done played yourself, right? Now you feel mad because you didn't invested all this time, energy, effort into this empty vessel and you ain't get nothing, you ain't get no return on your investment. Not the outcome that you wanted. Same way with men. Got partners out there, same thing. Man, hey man, I met so and so man and blah blah and she this and she fine and she this and okay, all right. I'm listening to the story. I'm like, okay, well, congratulations, brother. See how that go, right? So then you starting to hit a phone calls from them. Man, what you do this weekend? Oh, you did you go out with your girl? No, man, she was busy and she had something to do. She went out with her girls and this, that, and the other. She went on. She said she had a trip that she had scheduled. She went on a trip and blah blah blah. And I'm saying, and you sit back and you go, she went out with a girl. Okay, now she going on a girl's trip. Okay, all right. Well, what she do for a living? Oh, she got some job. She working customer service. Or not saying anything about customer service workers. So don't give me that. I'm just trying to paint a picture. Oh, she self-employed. I do that. She's self-employed. She work for herself. You know, what she do? Oh, she do whatever. Oh, okay, cool. And and he excited because he talking about the chick. And so brother, as a brother, you trying to figure out what's what. Hey, you like her? Yeah. She got any kids? Yeah, she got a couple kids. Okay, couple kids. How many is a couple? A couple two? A couple four? Five? Check this out. Check this out. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Oh man, she got 4 kids. Three of them grown, and she got like a 7, 8 year old. Okay, cool. Next question to me would be, what a dad at? Oh, he ain't around. Whatever. Okay, cool. So you go through all that, right? And he dealing with that, and like I said, every week he calling you, or every other week he calling you. Hey man, you checking in? So how you and old girl going? Oh man, she man, I ain't mess with that man. She ain't about nothing. So now he mad from that. And there were things that didn't fit his yoking, but yet still because she was fine, because she was fine and she looked good, he played himself. So now he got trauma. So we got to just do a better job of going after what we really really want, male and female, because there are things that guys go through, and there are things that women go through, real women, and I mean by that mature women and mature men that go through, that's keeping you from being together and happy when y'all do meet. You got women out there on the other side, and I'm gonna say this: you got women out there that's been out there, like I said, they done played around with Ronnie. They done made Ronnie feel good. They done all these things, right? But then they meet the mature man, and guess what they want to do? They want to reinvent themselves. Oh, I want to be. I ain't into physical interaction. I ain't doing none of that. I'm just trying to see. I wanna wait until so and so. Okay. At 40 and 50 years old. Okay. Now you've been doing the most your whole life, and now you done went through these bad experiences with Lil Ronnie and JoJo. Now you meet Stedman, and you want to stall Stedman out, or you want to put Stedman on ice. And I'm not saying that you got to go out and be, but what I'm saying is you want to reinvent the game when you meet Stedman. You want to have these standards and requirements and whatnot. And I get it. It's good to have those standards and requirements, but at the same time, too, don't penalize Stedman for the mistakes that you made with JoJo and Ronnie. Same goes for the man. Because you dealt with Shaniqua and Tashia, right? And you just sat up there and spun all your money out, buying hand nails and going to Applebee's, right? Don't hold I'm gonna say I'm trying to get a good old school name. Let me see, I'm gonna think of one. Don't hold Tanya accountable for the mistakes that you made with Shaniqua and Tarnisha. Tanya didn't do that to you. Tanya just trying to meet you where you at and trying to meet and trying to, take care or try to show you her value, her worth. That's what Tanya trying to do. So Stedman and Tanya need to give each other a chance. And we can't bring the trauma that we had with Lil Ronnie and JoJo and Shaniqua and Tarnisha. We can't bring that in the picture. We gotta let that go. The main thing I see was wrong with a lot of men, mature men and women, is that the communication is not there. Okay, a lot of people are not listening to understand. They're listening to respond. You hear it in social media. You hear the women. They got all these different social media platforms, and they just killing the man. They killing the man. We don't need y'all. Negroes ain't nothing, and blah 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 blah. I'm independent. I do this and I do that. Okay, I hear the independent thing. Okay, men been independent all their life, so we ain't just started being independent. We been independent. But women, it seems like it's a flex for women. It's to be able to say they're independent. But you independent and you lonely. You independent and you lonely. And I'm being honest. You independent. You got everything. Think about it. You got everything. You got your house. You got your car. I'm talking about women. You got your house. You got your car. You done had 1 or 2 kids by whoever. You done been married. You done been divorced. Now you out there. I'm gonna say you in your 40s and 50s. You got your job. You're successful. You got your house. Your kids are somewhat at the house. Now you want to have fun. Now you ready to? I just want to do this. Now I want to do. Okay, that's fine. Just know that clock is ticking as it relates to your sexual market ability, and that is not to be taken the wrong way. It just is what it is, and that's just I'm just being real. Okay? Everything changes in time. You don't look the way you look when you was 20 at 40 and 50. Now, there are some people that hold it together and they still kind of resemble what they had when they was in their 20s. That's cool. But just know that everything changes, and that's male and female. Both ways, both sides. So know that while you out there. You ain't 20 no more. Okay? So you gotta meet people where they at, and you gotta give people a chance. Right? You gotta meet them. You gotta be willing to get rid of that trauma. Because I'm telling you right now, ladies, Shaniqua was out there and she doing the most. And fellas, Lil Ronnie's out there and he doing the most too. And he got the game. He got the look. He got the, he got the flashy car. He doing his thing, and he going through, as the word say, he going through, breaking backs. Okay, he grooving. That's what I should say. He had that grooving for real. Okay, and that ain't taking nothing away from the brother. Now you got some mature brothers out there still grooving too, but I'm just using that try to give you perspective on what's happening with the women and the men. Like I said, they pushing the narrative being independent. They don't necessarily need a man, or they don't want a man, or they want a man, but at the same time too, they like, hey, if long as I got me a few Lebronets coming through, I'm good. Because they know what it is. Ain't really no commitment there. They just want to get that maintenance served, and then they go on about their business. But that's empty too. So don't sit over there knowing that you really want to desire have a man and be pushing the narrative about you. I don't need one, or blah blah blah. I'm good. I'm independent. Yeah, you independent, but okay, what you gonna do when that light needs to be changed? What you gonna do when you need that tire changed on your car? What you gonna do when it's time for you to take the car service to get this done, to cut that grass, to do that? You need a man. So don't get out there hollering about you don't need one, because you do. Now you could pay somebody, but that would be dumb and stupid. Why would you go out and pay somebody to do some of the things that having a man would do? And you have women, y'all have to see the value in that. But it seems like nowadays that don't matter, because you have that independence, you have that money. Oh, I can pay somebody to do that. Or I can pay somebody to do that. Okay, you can. But just imagine if you had companionship, love, and the fact that you had somebody that's able to do some of the things that you need, the manly things around the house, or the manly responsibility, carry the manly responsibility, the protection that you get from a man, right? All that, having all the whole package. I think you'll feel a whole lot better having the whole package with you than just having somebody to spot up and place hold. Because I know I would. I want it full time. I want it all the time. I don't want nobody to just, show up for a few minutes or an hour or a moment and then they come. Nah, that's lonely. You don't want to do that. So find you somebody and give them a chance. And y'all need to stop with all this, talking about one another, and you get together and learn to love and understand and talk to that person. That's what you got to do. There's love out there for everybody. People want to be together. And I think that's what's wrong with the world right now. We ain't got enough love. Ain't enough love in the world. That's the reason why you see so much violence. You got all this people talking, the women talking, and the men talking about you. It's a whole bunch of negative talk right now. We need to be, trying to come together and love one another, treat each other better. All right, that's my spiel for the night, or today, or whatever I should say. If you like the content, please don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. And I will be back with another video. Leave comments below and we could continue the conversation or pick up where we left off. Okay? So until next time, peace.